What's going on, YouTube? So, as you can see from my surroundings, I actually did get a job over the road. You guys, anybody who's keeping track of my adventures here knows that I went to Western Express at the beginning of December. Kind of got screwed around. The recruiter told me everything was fine. I had a couple of speeding tickets in the last 12 months. In my personal vehicle, and the recruiter there at Western Express told me everything was going to be fine, put me on a bus, sent me out to Nashville, Tennessee. And then I made it all the way through orientation. I was going to start doing flatbed with them. I got into the first day of load securement, and they pulled me out of the course, saying that something was wrong. I was disqualified because of the tickets and this and that. As I was headed home from Western Express, I got a call from Southern Refrigerated Transport, right? Covenant Company. So she asked for a ton more information than the recruiter at Western Express did. So she's like, hey, look, I'm gonna talk with my processor. We'll get things worked out for you, whatever, right? So I was like, all right, whatever. She called me back about half an hour later, said the processor said everything was okay, that everything looked fine. This was before Christmas, like a week before Christmas or 2 weeks before Christmas. And she asked me when did I want to go out to orientation. Orientation for SRT it's in Texarkana, Arkansas. Was it the 4th? January 4th, I got on a bus again. Nervous as I could be because I hadn't told Walmart that I wasn't coming back, just in case. I was working weekends there, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 12 hours a day. Orientation there for SRT started on Monday, so I figured, okay, I can go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If anything happens and I get sent home, can try to make it back by Friday, so that I can go back to work at the Walmart warehouse. The difference between orientation with Western Express and SRT was night and day. Night and day. I got nothing bad to say about Western Express. I never worked for them, but and I'm talking strictly just orientation between Western Express and SRT. But I get to SRT, man. They got decent little hotels at Baymont. Shuttle takes you over to orientation, man. We get in there. It's actually Western Express got almost like a training facility, a warehouse training facility. That's all they do there is their training. The orientation for SRT is held inside their operations building. They have nice classrooms set up. They had stacks of paperwork and stuff ready, set out for the students. Everybody there is super friendly, super nice. It just felt like family. It felt like they really want you to be there. They want you to be successful. They got really knowledgeable, instructors. The backing course is simple. The road test was extremely simple. You're gonna do your all of your orientation. You got to do all this paperwork and stuff, obviously. But it was good. It was good. 3 days of orientation out there. They order in food for you. At Western Express, they were bringing in like cafeteria, like middle school cafeteria food, wrapped up in foil and whatever. I can't complain. It was free, but SRT paid for Jimmy John's to bring sandwiches and sodas, and they paid for a local chicken place if you wanted to get chicken strips or a 2-piece and a biscuit, last day we were there, they had everybody got a personal pizza, you know. But I mean, they're not pushing 100 people through. I think there was 20 people, 20 people in my class, and then another orientation class started the day that I finished orientation, was on a Wednesday, and there was only 6 people in that class. So I mean, yeah, it's not, you know, they have the ability, I guess, to, you know, to cater a little bit more to the drivers, but I mean, that's what you want in a company. So yeah, I mean, that's all for orientation, I guess, man. Let me talk about pay real quick. Now, everybody knows with reefers, you know, it's a possibility you're gonna be sitting for a little bit. Get live unloads, live loads. Not very often you're gonna do a drop and hook. So you know, they're gonna offer you a little more per mile to kind of cover that, right? So I had 2 years experience. SRT gave me a little extra time with having my military experience. So in total, I ended up with by their calculation, 3 years and 5 months of experience. Gave me 45 cents a mile, and they pay per diem. I've never been paid per diem before. I still need to look into it and do some more homework on it and this and that. And they allow you to opt out if you just want a straight cents per mile. But the way they talk about per diem is that it's you're gonna make a little bit more money every month, and a certain portion of it's not taxed. But like I said, I need to look into it and do some more homework on it myself. Yeah, 45 cents a mile. They pay a bonus every month also for as long as you have on-time deliveries, no accidents, you stay within their fuel parameters for the miles per gallon, and watch their safety videos. As long as you do all of that, you're going to get a bonus at the end of the month. Looking at it just randomly, it's somewhere between $150 to $250, something like that. I mean, that's decent, you know. That's a decent little bonus every month. I'm in a 2019 Freightliner. I can't complain, man. The truck's in good condition. Got 80,000 miles on it. It's got a Omnitrax Qualcomm in it. The newer version with just a touchscreen. There's no pull down keyboard. They don't really use macros. They're in there, but they don't really use the macros. You're doing all of them on the workflow, all your work on the workflow application. Has a Navigo, DriveWise for the way stations. Personal conveyance, man. There's no limit on the personal conveyance. They set you up. You hit personal conveyance. You can drive as much as you want. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, they're gonna, if you abuse it, they're gonna say something to you. You know, but it's nice. It's nice to be able to do that, man. I had to recover a truck, or I had to recover this truck. So I flew. They put me on a plane, which is great. You know, I don't think if I had to recover a truck for Western Express, I don't think they were going to put me on a plane to send me out somewhere. They're going to put me right back on the bus and send me where I need to go. They are contracted with TA Petro, right? So you get a ComData card, and when they send your navigation to you, or when you start your load and the workflow, you know, kicks on in navigation, it'll have fuel stops in there. You don't have to fuel up there. If you go outside of the route, they're gonna charge you those miles going outside of route. But you could fuel up if there's a TA Petro anywhere along your route. You can fuel up there. Top off every time. They're not gonna tell you, hey, stop at this fuel stop, put 80 gallons. Stop at the next fuel stop, put 20 gallons, you know, or 50 gallons, or whatever. Right? They're not doing that. They're not doing that. Every time you watch your fuel gauge, you watch your depth gauge, and when you need to stop, you stop. You top off every time. I kind of like that too, you know, because if I don't need to stop, then, you know, keep on trucking. I just did my first load with them. It wasn't even a full load. I did basically a relay with another driver. I left Chattanooga, went to Monteagle, Tennessee, to relay with a driver that ran out of hours. Picked up a high value load from her, and took it to Gallatin, which is just outside of Nashville. Yeah, not bad, man. I mean, the process is pretty smooth with the with the workflow. If you know, hopefully this provides a little information, man. If anybody's out there looking for a company that's gonna basically, you know, they're gonna take a look at you as a whole person, right, and not just like whatever you know, things that you got on your record or on your driver's license or whatever. You know, Western Express, I guess they're one of those companies, man. That's what I've always heard. They weren't able to take me on because of, you know, whatever marks on my license, but somehow SRT was able to do it. I don't know. I think I kind of ended up in a better spot anyway. So yeah, take a chance, man. One thing they did talk about in orientation, and you know, they kind of went through that during Western Express's orientation too. Although it was a video, right? It's you know, some guy, right? But you're not watching a whole lot of videos with SRT, man. They come in, they brief you. It's more personal. They, you know, they actually, you know, talk to you, look in your eyes, and, you know, ask you if you have any questions or whatever, and, you know, they'll try to answer them to the best they can. You can't do that when you're watching a 45-minute video of some guy that's just giving the same thing over and over, you know. But yeah, the ops manager came in, nice guy, but he's a realist too, you know. Broke it down and said, look, you're probably not going to get a decent paycheck for the first 3 weeks to 4 weeks, right? Because you're going to go out, you're going to get, you know, your, like for me, I get recovery pay. They pay me $150 to go to recover the truck, but you know, a portion of that's going to be spent on, you know, whatever. I had to pay, you know, baggage fees at the airport, but you can get an advance on your Comdata card to pay for that. I paid out of my pocket. I'll just get the reimbursement on the back end. The ops manager came in, you know, it's basically just saying, you know, stick it out. It's gonna be 6 months before you really get any kind of feel for the company, you know, where you get a good working relationship with your DM. You know, be reliable, because if you show that you're reliable, they're gonna send you more loads. You know what I mean? They'll send you pre plans, that way they can keep you running, you know. And I agree with that. So you know, I'm gonna stick it out. We'll see how things go. You know, it wasn't a good feeling getting sent home from Western Express, and I wasn't sure how things were gonna go with SRT. So you know, luckily I made it on, man. So yeah. If you guys got any questions or whatever, man, just again, I don't really care about the likes and subscribes and all that stuff, but if you got questions, post them in the comments down there. I'll try to answer what I can. Now if you're coming on to SRT, let me get that referral though. All right, my driver's code is 158-2508. So when I was going to Western Express, that's when I set up the YouTube channel, you know, Flatbed Smitty. I was gonna be one of them YouTube whatevers, right? So but yeah, moving over to SRT, man. I mean, it's a refrigerated company. I can't go under the handle Flatbed Smitty, so I changed it. So it's Icebox Smitty now. So yeah. Anyway, my Texans are playing the Chiefs today in the divisional round. Go Texans. All right, you guys have a good one.